guys, welcome to Tutorial Tuesday. This week I'm going to be showing you how to make a Duct mini accordion wallet. So, the supplies you're going to be needing are a cutting mat, your choice of duct tape, you can use up to 3 colors or patterns, an X-Acto knife, Velcro, Ziploc cut to 3 3/4 inches, a ruler, and if you'd like to add an ID, you're going to need some sort of ID plastic. So, let's get started. The inside of my mini accordion is going to be yellow, so I'm going to be cutting 2 strips of this tape that are 9 1/4 inches long. Once you have cut 2 strips of your inside color that are 9 1/4 inches, we're going to overlap these so that they are 3 3/4 inches tall. So once you get done doing that, it should look something like this. Now we're going to peel this up and flip it so that it's sticky side up. Now we're going to take our pattern tape, and you want to make sure you have a 1/2 inch sticky on all of our sides. And this is how I showed you guys how to make a bifold wallet. So if you haven't already watched that video, make sure to go check that out. But you're going to take your tape and you're going to make sure that you have a 1/2 inch on all of your sides. So just lay it down. I usually make sure that I have extra so that way I can trim it off if I need to. So then we're going to take our next strip and place that in the middle, overlapping just a little bit. Then we're just going to take our last piece and overlap it over the second piece a little bit as well. When you peel it off your cutting mat, it should look something like this. So now we're going to cut little squares or rectangles out of the corners, like so. Now I'm going to trim all of my sides so that they are 1/2 inch wide with sticky. Once you trim it down, this is what it should look like. So now we're going to set this aside and we're going to make the coin pouch. Start by taking your inside color, as I said I'm using yellow, and cut 2 strips that are 3 3/4 inches. Once you get done doing that, take your Ziploc and pull it apart. Then taking one of these, we're going to lay it down, and taking one of our strips of yellow, we're going to lay it near the Ziploc, but don't lap it over the Ziploc. As you can see, this is what I did. You don't want to go over the Ziploc. And then we're just going to fold this over. We're going to overlap this piece with the Ziploc and your second yellow piece so that it is 3 inches tall. Then it will look something like this. Now we're going to make another piece just like this. Once you get 2 pieces that look just like this, you're going to meet them together in the middle. Don't overlap them, just meet them in the middle, like that. Then taking our printed tape, we're going to lay this on the inside. We're going to place a middle piece. If you want, you can pre-cut 3 strips of your inside color or pattern that are 3 3/4 inches, but I just do it like this. Then we're going to take this and we're going to put it at the top. Make sure not to overlap over the Ziploc again, because if you do, it's not going to zip right. And then just place your top piece. Now, when you peel it up, you're going to see that there is the sticky here. So if you did it my way, you will see this. If you cut 3 individual 3 3/4 inch strips, you won't, but since I did, we're just going to cut the sticky off of the sides. So now you should have something that looks like this. So now we're going to fold this in half and meet it up at the top with the Ziploc and zip it together. Once you get done doing that, it should look something like this, and you will have a little bit of sticky at the bottom, but don't worry about that. Now taking your color or whatever you made the outside of your coin pouch, we're going to cut a strip of this that is 3 1/4 inches long. And taking our ruler, we're going to cut this strip of tape in half. Taking one of our half pieces, we're going to place half of this on our coin pouch. And you want to make sure that you have some adhesive here at the top. And then just fold the extra over. Now open your coin pouch and fold the extra adhesive over to the inside. The reason you do this is so that it will be rounded. And I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video, but this video was requested by Smiler Taper Society, so make sure to go subscribe to her YouTube channel. Then we're going to take our other half piece and do the same thing to the other side. So now your coin pouch should look something like this, and don't worry about the adhesive at the bottom. And now we're going to cover the sticky on the sides. So take your print or color that you did the inside of the coin pouch and cut a strip of it that is 2 inches long. Then we're going to cut this strip of tape in half. Taking one of those half pieces in your coin pouch, you're going to flatten your coin pouch out like this on your cutting mat, and then place this at the bottom of your Ziploc, and you have to make sure that your coin pouch is extremely flat onto your cutting mat, and then just place it, and this is what it will look like. And now we're just going to repeat this step on the other side. This can be really tricky, but once you do it a few times, you will get the hang of it. You just want to make sure that you put it below the Ziploc so that you do not cover your Ziploc up. So now our coin pouch is done, and it will look something like this. So now we're going to make the expandables. My expandables are going to be yellow, so we're going to cut 4 strips of whatever color you want the expandable to be, or you can use a pattern, that are 6 inches long. Now I have 4 strips of my accordion color cut that are 6 inches long. So taking one of those, we're going to fold it over in half and this will make for a rounded edge. And you want to try to get it to meet up at the end as best as possible with no air bubbles or wrinkles, so that it will look something like this. And now we're going to repeat this 3 more times. So now you should have 4 strips of tape that look like this. And these are going to be our expandables. Now we're going to take our big sheet of tape, and we're going to fold this piece of tape here over. Taking one of our yellow pieces that we just made, make sure that the rounded edge is facing towards you. We're going to place this right here where we just folded this piece of tape over with a little bit of adhesive in between this yellow piece of tape and your big sheet of tape. Then taking your X-Acto knife, you're going to cut right there at the bottom where the expandable piece of tape ends. Then fold this over and then fold it backwards in half. Now we're going to do the same thing to the other side so that it will look something like this. Now we're going to make it so that there is no sticky here in the expandables. So taking your clear tape, cut a strip of your clear tape that is 3 inches long. Then cut that strip of clear tape in half. Taking one of your half pieces, line it up at the top, and then just place it down the middle where the adhesive is. And then repeat this step to the other side. So now it should look something like this. Now I'm going to take my color or pattern or whatever you use for your expandables, and we're going to cut a piece of this that is 3 1/4 inches long. Then we're going to cut the strip of tape in half. Now we're going to take one of those half strips of tape and we're going to place it at the bottom of our yellow piece, which is our accordion. And then you will see at the top where you have the rounded edge, there will be a little bit of adhesive. And now you're going to do the same thing to your other accordion. So now this is where the coin pouch comes in. And we're just going to place it here on the edge of our adhesive here and then fold over the adhesive. Then we have that little bit of sticky, so we're going to cut it right here at the edge of the coin pouch. And then we're just going to fold that over to the inside of the coin pouch, that little piece. And then whatever's left over here, we're going to fold this over as well. Now again, so that there is no adhesive in your accordions, we're going to cut a piece of clear tape that is 3 inches. And then just cut it in half. Then right here where the coin pouch and the accordion meets up, we're just going to place this piece of clear tape. Now we're going to do the same thing to the other side, taking our coin pouch and meeting it up at the edge, and then folding over the adhesive. And then we're just going to kind of open it up like this, and cut right there where the coin pouch is, so that you have 2 separate pieces, like that. And you're just going to fold that over. And then you're going to fold over the other little piece. So now we're going to take that other little piece of clear tape, and we're going to place it in between the coin pouch and that other accordion where we just placed the coin pouch and accordion together. Now then we're going to press this together, and when you fold this like an L, backwards L, you could say, you're going to see a little bit of adhesive in between this part and this part. So we're just going to cut that so that you can see. So as you can see, this little piece here we cut. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other side. And then we're just going to cut those 2 little pieces off. Now when you fold it up like this, you will see that there is no tape right there to get in the way. Taking another one of our yellow accordion pieces, we're going to place it at the bottom here. That bottom piece of tape there, and then just taking our knife and cutting it right there where it meets the top. You want to make sure that the rounded edge is facing towards the left. Again, so that there is no adhesive in the sides of our accordions, we're going to cut another piece of clear tape that is 3 inches long, and then we're going to cut it in half. Taking one of those pieces of clear tape, again, we're going to place it down the middle of that adhesive there. Now flipping it around, we're going to place our other accordion, so again, doing it the same way we did the first time. And then we're going to take both of these pieces, flip them over like this, and then fold them in half backwards. Now we're going to cut another piece of our yellow tape, or whatever color you did the accordions, and we're going to cut a piece of this that is 3 1/4 inches long. Then we're going to cut that piece of tape in half. Taking one of those half pieces, we're going to line it up at the bottom of our accordion and place half of the sticky on the accordion. And again, as you will see, there is some adhesive at the top and on the side. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other one. Now we're going to fold these in like so, as you can see. And then we're going to flip this part of it up, holding this expandable part out of the way. As you can see, this is the coin pouch, and then we have this little expandable. We're going to hold this up and fold this piece of yellow over. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other side, holding that part up and then folding over the piece of tape. Then you'll see there is that adhesive there. So we're going to cut it in half so that this half goes on this side, and then this half will fold over to the other side. And then we're just going to flip it around. Do the same thing to the other side. So now you have the expandable done, as you can see. Now I'm going to add the ID, and now I'm going to take my ID plastic and place it right there at the very top there, and then fold over this extra here. And then fold over the sides. And then I'm just going to cut little slits at the top of the ID so that the ID will go in nicely. And now you have an ID. And now the last thing to do is take our Velcro, and we're going to place one Velcro dot here in the middle on the flap. Then I'm going to take my other Velcro dot and place it right on top of that. And then I'm just going to fold the flap over. So now you have your mini accordion wallet, and it should look something like this. And as I said, the ID is optional, so you don't have to add it if you do not want to. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and please subscribe to this channel if you aren't already. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys!